Hey squad, TitoBods here. And today in this video, you're going to see that we are on a different space right now. So we are using, finally, since the PC version of the game is launched, and you can see now we are playing the PC version, and you will already right away feel the difference if you are a player like me who have been using an emulator ever since the start of this game. And you can see a lot of difference. This is more convenient for me, who is a laptop user, so my laptop is kinda, well, in the mid-tier when it comes to power. And to be honest with you guys, I have a good experience using these PC games. As you can see here, we are doing the Trials of Scion. And of course, together with this, we're going to talk about the top 3 things I want you guys to know that maybe you still are not aware of that you can use during the Trials of Scion. Before we do that, don't forget to like the video, share this one with your friends. It really helps the channel out. And also, please don't forget to give love to the channel by subscribing and also ring that bell so you will always be notified once we have a new video like this just for you guys. So let's continue with this video. First things first, in the top 3 tips that I'm going to tell you, most of them are your usual stuff that maybe some of players are still not doing. So first up, I want to divide it by 3 categories. So first up is preparation. So what do you do during the preparation before your Scion? First thing I want to tell you guys, or ask yourself, what is your main objective during the Trials of Scion? Are you a free-to-play player, a low spender, a mid spender? Because if you're a free-to-play player, first things you need to do is not to use your city to port. Number 2 is if you are a free-to-play player, if you are a Lubu main user, now you have an advantage against any other free-to-play player because you can use T1s, T6, and just focus on the Scions. And if you want to be part of the fighting, then use your T7s. You don't need to use T8s because there is an advantage for Lubu users against, other free-to-play or maybe low spenders that you can take on. So just make sure to do your homework before you port in. Look at the rankings maybe, or see some players that are on the high of highs wherein you have to avoid those names. Now, next one is if you are going to be a fighter, you're a mid-spender, you are a whale, or maybe you are near Kraken territory, of course you're going to fight in there. Just make sure you use at least 10% buffs, because a lot of players I have seen during the Trials of Scion have at least 10% buffs. And you can see it actually in the battle reports if you want to. Now, another thing is the troop capacity will help if you are a spender during the Trials of Scion, because the longer you are in the field, more points you get during these times. So you can also actually do that. So those are the things that you can do prior to porting. So number 2 thing is during the porting. For free-to-play players, you don't have to worry. Even spenders can actually use the portal. There are 4 portals in the Trials of Scion. So 2 portals are for your server and 2 portals is for your opponent's server. So in those 2 portals, before you port, make sure that you look at the areas of the portal. If there is there are certain cities that are actually surrounding the area, make sure that you look on the other portal. What if the other portal does have your allies in there? So you are going to choose that portal. Or maybe if you have both allied portals or allied portals being occupied or surrounded by your alliance cities, the next thing you need to do is to choose which of the 2 sides is way less of the fighting if you're a free-to-play player who just wants to get points from the Scion. So you're going to look for a spot wherein you can see the actual Scions spawn, because in that spot there's going to be another actual Scion surrounding that spot wherein it will respawn again. So you want to actually hug that spot so that you can get points through that. But fighting is inevitable during these times in the field, so make sure that you are prepared for it and you did our preparation tip. Now, another thing is if you are killed during the fight, if you didn't use your city, because some spenders like me, I don't use my city, I don't port in with my city, I just use the portal. Now, one thing you need to remember is the portal does have a timer, but you also have to remember you have 5 hero slots, you have 5 troop slots. Now, one thing to make sure is before you port, again, is to empty those slots and just use your 1 troop. Now, once your first slot of your troop is used and it's still within the 5 minutes time period and you still have a timer when you died, just remove the troop on the first slot. Just remove it first, go to the second slot, use preset as quick as you can, because make sure that your troops is in the preset, because it's easier for you, less time for you, less hassle for you. So remove first the troops from the first slot, make sure it's going to be empty again, go to the second slot and then use the preset for your main troops, and then voila, you are now again able to port in, even if the first troop slot is actually on cooldown. So you can actually repeatedly do this if you are being killed constantly in the battlefield, and hopefully that will help you out if you don't know yet that tactic. So now, to make sure that you are actually making your time worthwhile during the fights of the Scion, if you are a fighter, you can either go for the Scion or you can go for other players, because killing or attacking other players during these times will grant you points and medals. You can use this to actually power up your behemoths, and then also same thing if you are attacking the Scion. When I have players that are stronger than me, I do intend to port on the other portal. So that's what I do. So I look for portals wherein I can do fight in the field to avoid the players that actually killed me off. And if that player is way stronger than me, I will move to the other portal, or I will avoid that player. So I do switch from attacking Scion and then attacking players. And of course, make sure that if you are a low spender, mid spender, or a free to play, if you're going to attack players, make sure that you are countering them. Or easy for Lubu to actually do is attack swords, attack archers, but avoid pikemen. So that's actually what you need to do. And if you're a Lubu user and you want to be a little bit tankier and you have already the Xiaoyun build with Lubu and another hero, maybe you are interested in being tanky in the field, and that's where this video in your screen right now will actually help you out. Hopefully you did learn something from this short video, and if you do, kindly leave a comment down below, and you know me, we're going to talk about it. And as always, squad, this is your TitoBods, and I will see you in the next one.